Why?
Making money?
Because they're making money. And they clearly, it's
They dress
probably
nice.
one of the few things they're really good at is making money.
They
Sure as hell
dress
is.
nice.
What?
They dress nice.
Maybe by the hardest standards.
Pants, are you, Greg?
Alright, so, gentlemen, after your training, what up? Yeah, what up? That was pretty good, not bad. Alright, so, what we're going to talk about today, you guys are going to love this. It's going to be quick. It's not going to be the typical hour-long, that we're expecting. It is how to get the non-savvy
Boy, we had a dose of that today. God.
prospect to the pre-zone. Right? That's what we're going to talk about. Because it happened to Alan today. It's happened to several. It's happened to me even. Happened to me so many times that I've gotten very, very good at helping non-savvy people get to where I need them to go. So very first thing that you guys need to do is stop giving them the domain name synergydirectsolution.com. People naturally are horrible spellers. That's way too many letters for them to successfully type in. Make it simple for them. So make it simple.
Something roid. SDSROI.
SDSROI.com. Anyone know what this stands for?
Return on investment.
Cool, so I don't need to write that out then. You guys know what it means.
Great.
Cool. So
Return on investment.
that's the first thing. Much easier to say, hey, Sally David Sally, RichardOliverIan.com /Inc100. So use the acronym. Don't use the full domain name. That's going to help you guys get them where they need to go. But let's say we're just dealing with a guy who just is so unsavvy he doesn't know the difference between a search bar and an address bar. Okay? To describe the difference, address bar will already have http://www. Yada yada whatever. Okay? So you indicate to them, you go, okay, there's going to be two different bars at the top, right? The address bar will already have this something or rather in there. Should already be some type of wording in there. The search bar will have a small logo representing the search engine of choice. Right? Because if they're using Internet Explorer, it's going to automatically be Bing. If they're using Chrome, it's going to automatically be Yahoo. I'm sorry, not Yahoo, Google. If they're using Firefox, it will more than likely also be Google. But it'll have the little logo on the top of the toolbar there. It'll have like a little yellow B or the G, the blue G. Or, if it's MSN, it'll have that, but actually MSN is now Bing, because Microsoft, that's how they roll. If it's Yahoo, it'll have the little purple Y.
A lot of people still use Yahoo.
Yeah. So, that's how you indicate it. Okay? So that's how you're going to describe it to them. You're going to say, yeah, the address bar is going to already have some jargon in there. Click in there one time, it'll highlight everything in blue, delete everything out, and let me know when you're ready. You guys have to break stuff down into baby steps for these guys. Okay, they're not you. They're not used to the internet. They look at the computer the way we would look at a telegraph. Right? I don't know about you, but if I saw a telegraph, they're like, Kelsey, can you get this message out? I'm going to sit there and I'm like, I really don't want to screw this up. Does it go like this? And that's exactly how they are.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Some of them don't even know where the hell the / key is on the keyboard.
Right.
I know I'm right. I know. I've been where you're at. So you gotta make it simple. So that's the thing. It's baby steps, right? baby steps. One thing at a time. You know? Easy for him to follow along. Okay? And when all else fails, when no matter how baby you make these steps, no matter how many times you try to reiterate the difference between an address bar and a search bar, if you still can't get there, when in doubt, this is a new saying, write this down. When in doubt, email it out. God, this has a good ring to it. Okay? Because I guarantee they probably check their email. They know how to go to their email. So all you gotta do, open up your email. I suggest everybody create a Gmail account because the ones we provide to you does sometimes end up in their spam box.
Right.
So mine's kelson.synergy@gmail. And so you send the email, you go ahead and open your email, click the link, it'll take you exactly where I need you to go. Boom. And more than likely, if he has that problem, probably going to have a problem getting to Google. Probably going to have to watch it. We have the link in the actual slideshow. Everybody knows that?
Yeah.
You don't know that?
No, I do. It's just, that's so tough for them to find.
Yeah. So it all depends on how you describe it again.
Yeah.
You know, I just make it as simple. Like you see where the back button is. You see below the back button on the slideshow the blue lettering.
Click it.
And they will click it, you know?
Most of the time if they can't see it, you have to have them scroll down.
Yeah, exactly. The screen resolution is too big. So, that's really all I got for you guys. I mean, it's pretty simple, right?
In doubt.
But, don't spend 30, 40 minutes trying to get the guy to the website. Especially if it's a guy like Omar.
Yeah, Omar.
The other thing that's bad is also losing your
I started losing
patience, dude.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, trust me. And it's so important that you don't get frustrated because I've been there before. And it's so funny looking back on it. Because I've lost a few more than one deal. It's actually the thing, if anybody wants to know what Kelson Penn feels he needs to work on in sales, it is my patience. I do get a little impatient. I get overly aggressive when I lose patience. But going back to me losing deals, I had a guy, he couldn't get to the website, and I remember I just let out a sigh of frustration. I was like, all right, well, and as soon as he heard that, he goes, just forget it. Hung up the phone. And I was like, fuck, I should have just been a little more patient with the guy. I should have put it on mute or something. So if you're going to get frustrated, which you will, don't let it cost you a deal like it cost me. Learn from my mistake, put the fucker on mute, and then scream to the world what an idiot he is. That way he doesn't hear. And that way, when you get back on the phone, you vented, you feel good, you're like, oh,
Make sure you put it all the way on mute, too.
Yeah, make sure you have it on mute. Yes, go ahead.
Because it will not cover.
All right, everybody quiet down, Colin's got a question.
Actually, a statement. When I was working at Best Buy, I spent a lot of time on the phones helping people do things. And one of the things that
What type of things did you come to?
do things, just get online, or they just didn't know how to use computers.
Sure.
So the biggest thing that helped me was realizing that you don't want to talk about the function of what you're trying to get them to do. Say the address bar, they have no clue what that does. So telling them don't click the search bar, click the address bar, no help. You want to say click the long white box at the top of the screen. You want to use visuals.
Yeah,
If you want to find where the little link for Google is at the bottom of the page, say go. You see where the border is between the white and the back. In the background, okay, follow that to the bottom. Use visuals, edges of the screen, edges of pictures to move their eyes.
Yes.
That's what you want to do.
Absolutely.
Do not use function. They have no idea what anything does.
It's true. If you use terminology, they will not be able to follow you. The reason why I absolutely agree with you, Colin, but you still want to tell them what the hell they're looking at because you're educating them. And they're like, holy crap, now I know what an address bar is.
So you just want to move their eyes.
Exactly.
That's all you want. You want them to look in the right place, and then that's the address bar. Click that.
All right,
Explain them what
good
to do.
job. Good job.
Peach
All right,
right there.
we're out.
Right. Peace.